welcome. And well, happy, soon to be happy Hogmanay. And with that in mind, I'm just back. I'd done a different Christmas this year, and well, basically I didn't do Christmas this year. That was it. But I spent a couple of days away in the motorhome, and earlier viewers will recognise this. This is my 20 watt solar panel. Now, I've got to say that I wired this up just solely for the intention of saving the battery, and it actually worked. And although it did work, I had a slight problem, because it's only 20 watt, and the 20 watt is only basically for, as the project was, keeping the batteries topped up and stopping both the main vehicle battery and your alternate battery, the battery at the back, stopping that from going flat, and that has worked. But in Scotland, and due to the lack of daylight and sunlight, which is necessary to recharge your battery when you're using it, had I parked up, had my night, and then the next day went touring in the van, it would have generated a fair bit of electricity, shall we say, to boost the batteries back up via the alternator. But that doesn't help me, because we went for a walk on day 2 and the van never moved and never started. Now, although the solar panel sat there on a trickle charge, and only used the leisure battery, I never ever used the front one, because, well, that goes flat. There's no way of getting my van started, and in a remote place I'm not beside anybody. Why did my camera just piss off? I'm not really sure why the camera just decided to beetle off. That's maybe had enough of us as well. But for the observant view, you'll notice at the back here, that is one of my eco-worthy 100 watt solar panels. Now, there is many a person out there that have actually done solar to their vehicles to keep, well, basically for their leisure batteries, but the fact that they're sitting there and they get I get a week out mine and blah blah blah, in the summertime you are not using your battery, right? Because basically you're sitting outside, so you're not really doing much of a draw. And because you're not doing much of a draw, it's charging. Whereas what I've been doing is, by 4 o'clock, it's pitch black, so that's my lights on. So for basically for 8 hours, and one thing I'll have to note here as well, I did not use my diesel heater. I actually used the gas fire, because that worked, and I don't know what that kind of stuff's still knocking off, so I was okay, it all worked fine. But I shudder to think, had I been using the diesel heater for to power this up, how much I would have actually got. So I got a full 24 hours, and the next day I got up, and as I said, it was when we were sitting there at night, we got about 3 or 4 hours into the night, and basically no power. Now, I've changed all my bulbs to LEDs, so although it dropped down to, I think it was actually 11 volts, so there wasn't enough to power things. Like even the TV just went off, so I couldn't even watch my Netflix on. But because there wasn't enough power going into it, because of the 20 watt, I didn't get the 2 days into it. So here's my plan. That's getting binned. I've borrowed one of these, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to wire it up. Now, we are well aware that I find it very difficult to tell the difference between positive and negative. So here's positive and here's negative. That's it. And that is the end of the wires. So what I've really got to do for us is just to make sure that I don't mix these up. So we'll take the positive one first from here, okay? And the reason you can also tell it's a positive is you'll see that wee red sealing ring. Okay, so what I've done is I bought a set of these extension cables. Okay, so ta-da. Now here's where this is going to work nicely for me. So first things first, I will need to cut said red wire open. Alright, and basically take the red one, checking that it come from the positive terminal and checking that it's got the wee red gubbin on there. Alright, and all I do now is plug it in there, and that's it. That is that wire wired to that, right? But here's where my problem arises. Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, some amount of cable that I've got now. So now I was actually going to wait to take all these off and cut it down, and I thought to myself, there has to be another way. Well, there is, and I cannot believe how easy this is going to be. Now, for the sake of these, okay, this is all I actually need, and I don't have to burst these open. So, here's my original wire, which I have. This is the one that comes from the charge controller, remember? Okay, so here's what I have to do. I have to cut it off from that. So there you go. That's it now, cut off of there, off the 20 volt, and right now I'm going to put that to the side. Okay. I then take the bit that I've cut, and if I bring it out to here a bit so you can see what I'm going to do. Okay. Now I can hear somebody screaming, "Oh, he's going to cut his cell," and oh. I can also hear people probably saying, "Fucking hope he does cut his cell," but look at that. I'm so skilled that I didn't cut myself. Now, on this here now, with just these two bits showing, alright, what I'm going to do is, at the bare end of this red one, you'll see that it has a bullet type end to this, okay? So basically, this bullet end here is just going to go into that. So, we know that that's the red wire. So, without further ado, and that's just fell off there, okay? Let's just go and snip this bad boy here.
WhatsApp video.
Right, sorry about the interruption with the phone call there, it was number one, son. So, back to my problem again here. So here we go, red is the bullet, and, sorry, blue's the bullet. Now, these are colour coded, so all I do with that now is, these are great pliers, these, I'll bring this into here, and I'll set it in place, and then all you do is, make sure it's okay where you want it. Okay, and watch this, look, one-handed, and that's none of this double crimping or nothing. Look at that. Look how tidy that is. Look, oh, actually, I'll bring it up to here a bit and let you see it. Look at that. That's a fantastic, and look, that's a good bit of pull. That's no coming off. So we'll just do the same with the other one, because I know for a fact now that this side is going to have to be the opposite to what I've got. So that'll just go into there. Twirl them around. And then, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bend this over. Bend over. Oh, Marin! There you go. Now pulling that back, just so to feel it. And look at that. That's great. What an absolute job I've done of this. Is fantastic. Make sure I stick it in the right hole. And again, and that's it. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy that is, okay? So now, I will now take the black wire, okay? And that goes into, oh, that. So there you go. And that's my negative. Now, I'll put the come around here because fucking stupid me dropped that. Right. So here we are now. There's the two ends that I've got. Alright. Now, I take the wire that I've just done here, okay, and I pop that into there. I take the negative terminal. Now you can see the difference in the negative one, right? Right. I've got to tell you, I'm not sure how I'm doing this right or not, but left's right, right's left, and doing this, and there you go, I've got it. See it, it's buried deep in there, but basically it's just this goes in there like so. Now it's a tight fit. You remember them, they done The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I'm not going to sing it. And there you go. That's how tidy my job is. Now this long length of wire, right, they two, I'm actually going to be able to put wee crimps onto them so that I can go and, they'll just go right into the, you know, the solar charge controller. That's it. So there we have it. That's this is the extension cable that I've now made up. So this end here, these guys are a way to get, well, I'll bring them up to the camera here. They're a way to permanently get screwed into the solar charge controller. So I can throw that away now. And this is the other end, the pierce, the resistance. So you can see that I've got the red cable here. That's got the bullet on it, which was the male, and the black wire, the earth wire. This has got the female onto it. So basically that'll be sitting in the van. They will actually go directly into these two ports here, which means then I've got 100 watt solar panel generating something for daylight. But look at this. That's my wee 20 watt one. And look at that. How good is that? Yeah. Now, I'm going to show you something actually. In case you're wondering, right? So, when I finish with 100 watt and I go back to this 20 watt when it's parked up, I just plug these in, and that's it. Look at that. There's no metal shown at all there. So basically, with this being tucked underneath the back, it's keeping the weather off of it, keeps it dry, won't have any corrosion, and there's no any chance of it shorting as well. So there you go. So there you have it. I hope you actually liked that and found that interesting. I am going to do an update onto it because unfortunately my amp multimeter thing it's not working there. I've got to go and order another. So when I get that tomorrow, I'll be able to check the ampage that's coming from both the 20 watt one and from the 100 watt one. Now I'm hoping to see, I think it was 1.2, God, I could actually get the right figure there actually. It's 1.23 is the amps which that one puts out. That's the 21, right? And it's 5.55. So you can see that there is more than 4 times the amount of power. Actually, I suppose you should really be 5 times when you think, because if that's 20 and that's 100, 5 20s are 100, so even an idiot like me can work on it. There you go. I'll find out if that works. I'm gonna go away for the new year for a couple of days as well, so I'm going to test that out, and I'm going to see. Oh, will it work? It will it not? Time will tell. So I'll give you an update. And there's Butthead back in as well. So take care, and I'll hear from you soon. See ya. Bye.